Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin astrology for May 2024. All right, but none of this is financial or investment advice. I'm Jack. I'm an engineer gone crypto astrologer. I combine technical analysis with astrology by running a birth chart of the Bitcoin Genesis block. Then I check to see if the astrology patterns match the technical analysis. All right, so I'm one of the few people in the world that do this. So keep watching here if you're new here. Definitely subscribe, please. That's one of the best things you can do to support this channel. So if you've been watching my videos, then definitely hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, please hit that as well, as I'm going to be coming out with a lot more Bitcoin and crypto astrology videos. I've been quite accurate for the last year and a half. All right, watch this video all the way to the end, as I'll be giving the Bitcoin astrology and predictions at the end. And now let's check out this fancy astrology app here. And it will show what we are seeing from the point of view of Earth right now. So as you can see, this is Earth. And right now we have the Mars conjuncting Neptune. This is in effect right now, and it's actually happening exactly in a few hours from now. Now, this is the energy of emotions, because that's what Neptune represents. I actually had a dream last night that really kind of represented the energy of Mars and Neptune. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. Neptune is all about dreams, emotions, but also illusions and deception. So I had a dream where I was actually deceived, and anyways, I don't want to go too far into it, but it was a very, very emotional dream, and I was very kind of frustrated emotionally. So honestly, Mars Neptune can bring frustration. All right, there's things we're trying to assert in our lives, the things we're trying to move forward, but Neptune is bringing a lot of confusion, maybe even a lot of chaos. Neptune, in ancient Greece, I believe, Neptune represented Poseidon, which was the god of the seas. So there can be some deep waters representing into our lives with Neptune. I knew it's been raining a lot here. There's been a lot of themes about water. Last month we had a major leak with in the house. I don't want to go too into that. But these, Mars and Neptune have been in the sign of Pisces. So there, a lot of themes around water and emotions and sensitivity, and also healings. Now, we are going to be moving forward here, and the good news is Mercury is no longer retrograde, and in May, Mercury is actually going to conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer, and that represents healing anything really from the eclipse, healing emotionally, healing physically. I know I actually injured I believe I fractured my pinky toe a couple times in the last month, and so I'm still healing that. So coming into May, we might be able to heal our wounds, and yeah, like I said, that can be physically or emotionally. Now we also have, I forgot to mention, we have Mars. Right after the Mars-Neptune conjunction, Mars is going to come into the sign of Aries, which is very, very happy in. And also on the 29th, we are going to have Venus is going to go into Taurus, and it's happy in the sign of Taurus. All right, we're getting a little issue here. I clicked one of the wrong buttons, so let's switch to this astrology here. So when Venus goes into the sign of Taurus, Venus is very happy there, as you can see. Right now, Venus is in the sign of Aries. And tomorrow, it's going to go in the sign of Taurus, which is the sign that Venus rules. So that could be good for macro and crypto markets. And then, like I was saying, Mars is in Pisces, and on the 30th, it's going to go into the sign of Aries. And Mars, that's the home sign of Mars. So that could also be very good for markets. Yeah, it could be better. Since we've got the dump in the past couple weeks, we got the dump in the S&P 500. We'll talk about that. We'll show the chart. And then we also got the dump with altcoins and Bitcoin. Things could start turning around as we head into May, potentially. It's not guaranteed. Nothing I say is guaranteed. But historically, we could get some bullish momentum in the macro markets, which would then affect Bitcoin and crypto. Other good news is that we're going to get Venus conjunct Uranus on May 17th into May 18th. That's positive. And then Venus in its home sign of Taurus is going to conjunct with Jupiter on the 23rd. And that's very good as well. So we could, knock on wood, cross our fingers, we could get a pump in May. That could lead into the crypto markets. But like I was saying, nothing is guaranteed. So let's take a look at what we were looking at earlier. All right, so like I was saying in the May astrology, Venus is going into Taurus, Mars in Aries. But then we're also getting a major shift where Pluto is going retrograde on May 2nd. Now, coincidentally, that's also the day of the Fed funds rates decision. They're going to decide if they're going to continue to pause. So far, it looks like they're going to continue to pause. In that case, we could see volatility with markets, but we'll see. We could see a pump. It's not guaranteed. But since markets have been down for a few weeks now, perhaps Pluto retrograde could bring a pump. We'll see. It could bring some positive momentum as we head into May. May 6th, Mercury conjuncting Chiron. That's a bit negative. However, we're coming out of the Mercury retrograde, so that actually could switch positive. We'll see. That's a bit of a wild card. May 13th, Mercury comes out of shadow. So it retrograded, and then it comes back to where it was earlier in April, I believe. And the Sun is going to conjunct Jupiter in Taurus, which is fairly positive. And then May 17th, Venus is conjuncting Uranus, and the Sun is conjuncting Jupiter in Taurus, which is quite bullish. Then May 22nd, Venus is conjuncting Jupiter in Taurus. That's bullish. And May 25th, Jupiter is ingressing into Gemini, and that represents a big market shift. Every time Jupiter goes into a new sign, we see a major shift potentially in the markets. So either we are probably pumping up at that point, or we're switching to then more of a bearish pattern. It's tough. It doesn't always guarantee if it's bullish or bearish with Jupiter. When it switches into a new sign, it usually represents a big market shift historically, especially for Bitcoin. Now, the good news is that historically, Jupiter, the last time Jupiter was in Gemini, was bullish for Bitcoin for the long term. All right, so it could be a long-term bullish transit. All right, let's look at the charts. We're going to take a look at the S&P 500 and the Bitcoin chart. So let's go here. Here's Bitcoin. You know, we bounced off this level on April 19th. We are teetering along close to this 50% level around 63,534. You know, we bounced off of this level a couple days ago around 62,400. If we hold this level, then this could be the bottom. This could be a local area where we could bounce off of potentially. But it really depends on what we're going to do in the next few days. Can we move up past 63,500, or are we going to stay below? Because if we go down here, you know, that's a bit more bearish. We will see what happens. Now let's zoom out. Like I was saying in my previous videos, we have a similar setup here potentially to 2021 January. And what happened back then is we saw this formation. I'm going to zoom in here. We see this similar formation. Does this look familiar? And what happened, you know, once we came up here, created an all-time high, then we bounced. We hit this level. There's a lot of fear in the market, similar to where, and then we were bouncing up now, similar to where we're at now. And then there was one more pretty fearful dump there, where people probably thought Bitcoin was heading down at this point, but then it bounced and it started to go back up. So could we be seeing something similar? We will see. But if it was something similar, then this could potentially head back down here before heading up. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I think that's quite interesting. Now, what's happening with the S&P 500? We're going to zoom out. Let's go to the weekly. So, yeah, this is basically the macro market. So we have dumped from the peak here. What's that? About 5.9%. Now, what did we do back here? How much did we fall here? Back in 2023, you know, this first dump here was 5.9%. Then it started heading back up, and then it dumped another 10%, or it dumped a total of 10%. So that's interesting. I mean, I'm wondering, it's not necessarily guaranteed, but I'm wondering if we could dump another 10%. That would bring about a fairly slow summer, especially for crypto. Or are we just going to bounce from this level? That is the question. You know, we got this nice bounce so far. If we look at the last few days, you know, we're bouncing up here. So the question is, are we going to continue up? Or are we going to head back down? And tricky to say. I mean, with the astrology that I just went over, it's leaning towards going up. But it's not guaranteed. Things are getting a little bit dicey now. I mean, we've already gotten this major run up ever since October 2023. We've gotten this major run. Now, it's tough to say if that was it. That was 28% run up there. It's tough to say if that's it for now and we're just going to kind of continue to correct, or for heading back up. But like I was saying, astrology for the macro is looking pretty good for May. So not surprised we're getting this pump so far. But the interesting thing is we're going to talk about the Bitcoin astrology, go deeper into that, and there's some interesting things to mention there. Now, if we look at the altcoins, the total three, how are the altcoins holding up here? You know, we are getting a nice bounce ever since April 8th, around there. And if we go to the daily chart, this is looking pretty good. I mean, we got this low here. Now we're getting a higher low and another higher low. If this level holds, then the altcoins could continue upwards, and that's looking very bullish right there. What we don't want to see is we don't want this to just roll over and then we start to take out this previous low right here at 596 billion market cap. You know, we definitely want to hold this level as best as we can. My strategy is, you know, if we do roll over, we got to be prepared for both scenarios. If we do roll over, I'll probably have I plan to have a stop loss here. So this level, I'll probably, you know, sell some of my altcoins just for risk management. Yeah, because we could be heading lower in that scenario. But if we continue, I'm definitely going to continue to hold as long as if we keep stair stepping up like that, then we're could be heading into a nice little altcoin run. Now, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't everybody be excited about that? Let's take a look at one of the strongest altcoins, Solana. We're still getting a higher low, and then this is a higher low. Is this level going to hold? That's the question. This level is about 133. I tried to buy exactly at 133, and it wasn't able to get that buy order. I missed it by like such a small amount. Okay. And then Bitcoin, let's look at the monthly close, because we're about to close the month here. You know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green months. You know, we're bound to get a correction after 7 green months, so that's what we're getting here. You know, if we can close above, let me go to the weekly. If we can close the month above this green line here, that's pretty bullish. Above 63,500, that would be pretty bullish if we could close above that. And then really bullish would be if we could close above 66,600, because that's the next 50% level. And that is taking from the peak here. Take from the all-time high. We run a 50% line down to the low here. And that 50% level is, 66,600. Now, if we close the month, you know, below 63,500, then that's a bit more bearish. So we'll have to talk about that if that happens. But we're right on edge. I mean, markets are on edge right now. Can we get above this level? This is very tricky. And then we have the FOMC meeting on May 2nd, which could bring more volatility. So difficult to predict here. Okay, a quick announcement, and this is time sensitive. There's only a couple more days left here as we head into May. This is available in April. I've mentioned many times the Crypto Astro Bali Retreat. This is an opportunity to escape with me to the enchanting paradise island of Bali for a transformative crypto strategy and mindset mastery. The very first time this has ever happened, Crypto Bali Retreat, to prepare for the greatest wealth building opportunity of our lives. Picture 7 days of pure bliss, surrounded by stunning natural beauty, delicious food, and a community of conscious, like-minded individuals eager to elevate their prosperity and lives. This is a holistic experience that combines the best of crypto education and mindset mastery and personal growth. Delve deep into the world of crypto and astrology, unlocking the secrets of the stars and the markets. Learn about how I've gotten 90% accurate predictions with astrology, looking at the Bitcoin astrology chart for the last year and a half. Engage in guided breathwork, meditation, and sound healing sessions to expand your mind and nurture your body. Connect with fellow conscious investors and traders. This is an amazing networking opportunity, forming valuable relationships and sharing insights. Explore Bali's wonders, from majestic waterfalls to ancient temples, and immerse yourself in the rich culture of this island paradise. I've lived here for 4 years now, and this place is incredible. The culture is amazing. You guys definitely want to visit Bali. This is absolutely amazing experience, and adding all of this value with crypto and mindset mastery and then astrology. This is just an amazing experience here. Benefit from the wisdom of expert guest speakers in the fields of crypto, astrology, breathwork, and ancient wisdom. We're going to go deeper than just crypto and astrology. We're going to dive into workshops with breathwork and learning ancient wisdom here. And what I want to do, that for those who sign up in the next, I think we only have 2 days left 2 to 3 days left in this month. If you sign up before May, so if you register before the last day of this month at midnight, then I will bonus you lifetime access to the Crypto Astro Mastermind. This is super, super high value. I'm going to be launching monthly Zoom group calls We're going to go through monthly detailed astrology analysis, learn how I've gotten 90% accurate predictions with the Bitcoin astrology. We're going to do a deep dive technical analysis every single month on Bitcoin and maybe a couple large cap altcoins. And then we're going to do a Q&A with me. So many of you have been wondering where you can ask your questions in a live environment with me. This is your opportunity. All right. So the amazing, incredible thing is if you sign up for the Bali retreat, you will get free lifetime access to this mastermind. That means every single month in this bull run, you're going to get live access to me. You're going to be able to ask questions. We're going to look at the astrology, the Bitcoin astrology, and we're going to do a deep dive technical analysis so that you can prosper in this bull run. You can fine tune your profit-taking strategy so that you're actually going to cash out and you're going to make a lot of gains instead of what happened in the last bull market where everybody got lost at the top, got confused, got euphoric, and then they lost all of their money because they just saw everything fall off in 2022. They saw all of their hard-earned gains with their hard-earned money lost. All right, so we're not going to let that happen again. Join this incredible opportunity. You have 2 days left to get this incredible bonus included, okay? I really want to over-deliver for you guys so you can get maximum results. All right, and prices go up in May, all right? So there's that as well. All right, so now the moment you've been waiting for, the Bitcoin astrology for May 2024. May 2nd, we have Uranus squaring Bitcoin Neptune. This is concerning. All right, but that's what I was saying where Bitcoin could be, hopefully Bitcoin is holding above 59,000 by May 2nd. And if Bitcoin can hold that level and we get a bounce, then that's very bullish. May 23rd, towards the end of the month, we have Jupiter trining the Bitcoin Jupiter. That is very positive. So could Bitcoin be heading up into the mid 60,000s? Dare I see even heading towards 70,000? That would be very bullish. In that case, we could get a nice altcoin run. I know many of us, including myself, are on the edge of our seats for that. May 23rd, we also are getting Saturn conjunct the Bitcoin Uranus is in orb. So that's a little bit negative heading into June. That's a bit concerning, honestly. But at the same time, we get May 23rd, Venus is trining the Bitcoin Jupiter. That's positive. And then May 25th, we have Neptune sextile the Bitcoin Jupiter. That's a little bit positive. But then May 26th, Jupiter is squaring the Bitcoin Venus. That's quite negative. So it's tricky to really predict here what's going to happen. And for the Bitcoin predictions, largely depends on the macro, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. Are they going to continuing to pump up in May? That's certainly possible, and that would be the best case scenario. In that scenario, we'd probably go up in May, especially if Bitcoin holds the 59,000 level, and then that could lead to an altcoin run. But if the macro markets dump, another 5%, and if Bitcoin dumps below 59,000, then that would be the bearish scenario where we may have a slow summer. Okay? That's what I'm thinking. Like and share this video if you got value from this. All right? Share it with a friend or family member who could benefit from this amazing information. Definitely subscribe, especially if you're new here. But if you've been watching these videos for a while and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Please support the channel. Now, let's see if we have comments here. Good evening. Lakeland, Florida. Never been to Florida? Let me know how the weather is there. Short-term correction. We're looking at comments here. Then uptrend through May, in my opinion. Venus and Mars in their home signs sounds bullish. Yeah, exactly. So Venus and Mars in their home signs is very, very good. So that's one positive outlook there. And good morning. Is the astrology for Bitcoin bullish for both May and June? Well, that's what we talked about in this video. So definitely feel free to rewatch the video. It's going to be a recording. Now, these videos may soon be in the membership. And so I'm considering setting up a YouTube membership, so I've never done before. But possibly these monthly updates might be put in the membership area, and it's only a small investment per month. I think it's only like $6. And then of course I think I only get like half of that, because I'm pretty sure I've heard that YouTube takes about half, which it's like, wow, does YouTube really need to take half of that amount? But anyways, I might potentially put some of these videos like the monthly updates, maybe even the Ethereum, maybe some of the altcoin updates, since these videos are such high value and it's really helping people with their investments and their trades. We might put that in the membership videos area, and all you need to do is quick sign up for whatever. I think it's only $6 a month or something like that. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that's fair. And thanks so much for tuning in. I'll be coming out with a lot more Bitcoin astrology videos, as well as I'm going to be looking at Solana. I'm going to be looking at Ethereum. It just came out with the Ethereum Q2 astrology update. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it already. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in, and I will see you on the next video.